are at this 1st July, Sunday. We are at this already 10:30 here in Buenos Aires, and I keep on recording with this LG C195 with which Sodom-GAMARRH Argentina went by one to the same day doing alright. The ways to the manners of Sodom-GAMARRH never stopped, and Argentina keeps on being the emporium, the pandemonium of the Apater inar atakraski dirropreso anurat. With the United Evangelics and the whole Kirchners and the whole six ships just like them. As civil as anyone around supporting Saint for the Patriot. And I'm going to say this. Last night I came walking where perras, the general keeps on guessing and starts to sing for whatever I am going to do next after a night complete of manipulating and making profanation and witchcraft to my person, saying, ya se lo sacaron, le sacaste esto, le sacaste todo, ya lo internas, ya lo metes preso. Not only the money of the reimbursement, saying that they did, and the robberies that they said they have to robbing me, and the whole that I send to the states bodies, as justice bodies, as we were working with, and owns each state as I gave, like I said to Israel, saying that I signated them, forging documents in my signature to saying I gave them, and also Mr. President, Redemi, Perras, Obama, and Mr. President Merkel, and Mr. President Heinzka, even Doal, which never happened, about they will own and possess everything while it keeps on murdering and destroying people all around. And this is exactly like I came on walking and I heard Adonai saying, watch for the plague of the Sichirikov, the Bechachini, and the Vestatsikas Kathacheli, in the Rechti Ashwatlaki, Rechavatlachtishma, and Serasubak. And behind this, one perra oficialista saying Argentina ain't commerciable. And I said, no, Argentina ain't commerciable, but what you call Argentina is exactly what you do to my people and to me, maldita perra de guarda. With your Argentina will be being like a god, with the Sodom-GAMARRH magic cruiser, up on the blood of my people and destroying to me and making what you do to me to blame the star in the heaven and to blame the supper divine God. So Argentina, perra da mierda, gotta die for the reason of you are an abomination and a disgrace and a shit. And ain't no patriot. So you and your Argentina, go to hell, you son of a seven-state word. Of Sodom-GAMARRH, in other words. And it's what's gonna happen. Then, remove lebechlache the stichtidas kat lebechlache chini lebechtachanin, the patriot of Atikisha Mantraboska, Ruanura, the community of Porvot Arrecatesa, Dusurat, the reality of Ridika, Reshustatama, Sodoma-GAMARRH, Manreta, and proceed. Then the reality of the soul keeps on delivering like they are going to make it to me and they are going to win. That through the soul keeps on determining, oh, he's eating beauty. Oh, let's come for the, should I say the word ass? And the faith of the 666, saying that I got to be the beast, for they are fighting to me and destroying me, and making the wand of my mother to be destroyed by rape and murder and destruction, like have done so much other women, with Marika Sodoma, United Evangelics, with the legacy of Guillermo Arcebren. For the same they are going to defeat me that way, after raped and murdered my people. And they wouldn't be no demon, and they would fight God conscious about what they say that they do. And a clear fact in their soul that they will never stop. And they kept on, vamos, 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 que se la sacamos, vamos, vamos, que se la hacemos. While keeps on holding tight to the kidnapped peoples that try to defend themselves. Being like, oh, they are criminals, and the malditas reventadas, comunidad argentina y UNASUR, saying, they know what they do. I'm going to say the same whenever I put you in the hell and you burn like diablas reventadas you all are. Death in the hell. Salah. Then, גבלך הלכי לסוף לבכתי לשפוט לך מפלך, חלי לספות, גנך הלך לך מפלכי לסקוט ואשר להפרה, תכסך לגיש מפלך. דפך לקרב לך וסשפות תחלים. I have 85 robberies around this, my address, and a tunnel and a chamber underground for about 20 feet under. But Ejército Argentino and Armada Argentina making the generation 8,004 families complete with kids, women, mothers, fathers, daughters, sons, grandmothers, grandfathers, and the makeshift rate for they to say they are going to take the world no matter what, and they are going to do to me. And I again like a court for they to say, oh, the world to give it in, and the world to understand that this is not going to be nothing, and they are not going to get nothing, and the world to get tired, and oh, the mother at last will forget about it, so we go to the mothers as well. Because of everything, what does it mean to using a plebecholagi? What does it mean to making a plebecholagi? And what does it mean to plebecholagi? And how the meaning of plebecholagi, the plebecholagi, do we have men also plebecholagi to go around and like my blonde and the plebecholagi and nothing around it? قبل بخلاقني أطلب أصوات وأخلي الشعب. قبل بخلاق مخلاقي is the pause. خما طلبت قبل دي يعني بلا خديدة سبب بكتاتي بس قبل ما طلع خديدة كيرس قبل بخلاق دي around. قبل ما طلع خلاقي سبب أخلي تبل فخام. Oficialismo Argentina, peronismo Argentina, menemismo Argentina, dualismo Argentina. Prenismo Argentina, carnivalismo Argentina, cabrerismo Argentina, estemateísmo Argentina, anacondismo Argentina, crudismo Argentina. Sent to putting bombs at the stages of the capital cities, of the whole of the activity, of the institutions of justice and orders in the world. To the making the last of the disasters and saying they will take the control in the main, saying that they gotta fight me and I will be the beast in front. Because if you don't see it as a spiritual, and what they see is the trouser of Sodom-GAMARRH, making that the generations take us all through my entire life, experiencing everything that they are doing, bad witches and witchcraft and demon state, and everyone are except for victims that I'm not going to name no more. I'm going to act for warning, which I can catch, I'm going to catch. And Adonai will help us, and Adonai will be with us. And Adonai will shield and stand whoever to get victimized, which I am not pleased that happened. But the reality is simple. We are in a very border edge and destruction in the border and the limit of the whole of the abominations, and this is already too much. And the destruction they cause on my person transcends at the reality of the destruction of the world, which it is not megalomaniac about me, for the reason we can see symptomatology of Ejército Argentino, Armada Argentina, day and night for about 14 years unstopping, making witchcraft and profanation, saying that they will have the powers of mind and they will proceed into that using and being the powers I am, and being me and doing what I do. And with evangelics, the generalos telling to be. All through this and why the making up for millions of cases here in UNASUR and in whole of the world for kidnap, massive rape and murder, saying allegations of narcos, terrorism, complicity, damages to government, damages to state, UNASUR, government of the world, we, the right ones, insanity, demons, schizophrenic, induction to the world's chaos and outrage and destruction against governments and forces with no reason and no reality, while everything states like Policía Federal Argentina on top, making the strategizing, logistics, manipulation, argumenting, and machineries of perras, diablas reventadas, brujas, diablas reventadas, Sodom-GAMARRH, for them manipulating, groping, and making the whole of the time up and the whole of the staging worldwide, for they to say there is a reasonably doubting. For this reason, there got to be the recession and the start to reevaluating this all, because if we cannot let so much people to be murdered around the states, and this cannot be possible while evangelics are given the right alarm, for this all cannot be true. And evangelics made confusion, abduction, destruction, manipulation, induction, conduction like witches with profaning whatever they never gave them, saying that they gotta give the payment for they were touched. And with the sin that touched Sodom-GAMARRH, Ramastua, which they are prayed for, and consent, and so were the victims, and I mean it. Then, keeps on playing with devices, keeps on playing with forgeries, keeps on playing with, I said first, he's getting me up, he prepared me. Yes, your trouser, I don't touch such a shit, perra. Enfermedad degenerada, and you're not a woman, you're a B-word of Lucifer, you're an animal of hell, and that's the way you die. So, plegas a la vida plata, send you, perro degenerado, marica de Sodoma. Remove plegas al Habasle, with forgeries, and he were robbing, he were chunky, he were all over consuming, and also went all around the library all the night around, and also prostituting, and were with 85,000 of our men with the butter that they desperately couldn't stop. Are you going to profane me some more and say my people, and forcing while my people suffers your rape to say that I am there? For you say you did to me with your ethnics of national security techniques and the terrorism. Marica Sodomita Argentina, tazo reventado, ejército argentino, armada argentina, Policía Federal Argentina, SIDE. Vas a hacer mucho más, pedazo de puto reventado. Vas a hacer alguna cosa mucho más pesada y abominable de lo que ya sos, puto abominable. Vas a seguir un poco más. Usando evangelistas de mierda, y usando brujas de mierda, y usando perras prostitutas Kirchner, de alguna otra forma, y perras degeneradas con títulos de psiquiatras. ¿Vas a hacer alguna otra cosa más? Perro de cuarta. Meplabaja la kiriskoblag, maplabaja kirisatliki, remoplabaja maplabaja kiriskoblag. The plan of intelligence of Argentina, UNASUR, for the state in the world. https www. DRM, BND, DRX, TMC, BND, DRM, BNO, XDD, middle. SBSR, DODX, DMDM, middle. I'm going to be textual here, and forget me the terms, please ask you. I'm not good. Let's do this. BDXD, DXMOD, DXP, the commands. MC1, MC44348, middle, para todo el mundo, la calentura de mi leche, para que el mundo entienda que yo tengo poder y yo mando. Dice Ejército Argentino, Corporación DSPN, Inteligencia Artilleros, Expertos Argentinos, UNASUR, middle, PDRMCPF, P, DEX, DMT, 414384, Gas Massad, Cements, middle, caliente, duro y grande para todo el mundo, y que el mundo entienda el que no se someta morirá. Middle, PDXT and DDR, 4143, DXI, M4, M5, middle, sys middle, OCRM, 11.NT, systems recall F7, the whole works, and F6, God, I'm sorry, Your Honors, I didn't send you the link last night, but I said I would. قبل غلاخري فوق لرحمن سخلاك تشفر لكي غرقا خي تسفلش مشنابا أنا غلرخا يسكتتك إنش لك الشاب غنبوب لبخلكي ببرخ لبشبور لمستخنين trying to make you waste time and time out like always I've shown for the groping, re-strategizing, reorganizing, re-machining, reforging, reproducing, restaging, relining, recruiting, and re-genociding, murdering, raping, re-sodomaching, re-gomorrachian, re-barbasanian, re-corvetuna, and we command, we won! Gonna be here. No vas a salir de ser una pudrición enferma de demonios en el infierno, malditas maricas y perros que guarda Sodom-GAMARRH, y tus malditas prostitutas con vos. Shalá. Y cuanto más perra recia, degenerada, violenta, asesina te pones, más muerte te voy a dar, hijo de una maldita perra. Remo plebes haljabat plebes halzibat, ashver plebes más halajinodan. Y poble cejas ginican. La costumbre de cesechar, la estrella de la mañana y de la noche, la costumbre del somenem. Yo soy el que manda la autoridad y el poder. No conozco a ningún Dios consciente de lo que haces. La costumbre de Ben Romati, Antrabasa. Nada fuera de mí mi imperio, y todo el que se considere que sea del tal Dios, que se someta delante, que me lo muestre, y si no me convence, le mostraré mi poder. Perro sodomita, no va a pasar de una noche y un día que tu suspiro va a ser una mosca corriendo de la mierda. Shalá. Meble bechal chalakim errabat, Meshoat lebechab lebeki viskavat sishal. Rechama anamat amatzesh lebeshecha advinima. Ken obatzika rechosef. HTTPS. Les jest bonrian at netiva genskoat raatsar besashlu buatki baanu tua kumut motuv. Di ishnetzima. DMC middle 6188. 16 DMTD M41 89 DMTD X4 7 Lin Tasmit Gamma Flechmatima Porpamat in the Hebrew writing like Mantkan BMR 69 BDX 85 DMC 1131 BDR middle Sinkan CIS 4.DMXWM point F2 F9 Bar, Anilen Kiat Manspish Completa, Bar, Bleed Key, Last Berkladi F4, Systems, Monskimat, Recall Ba'at at Sibo. Let's see what happens with the care and protection. This is a very tough protocoler, and we should never be careful about this, and I'm sorry. This is not for the putting the people hysteric, neither neurotic, and neither psychotising. We have to be alert and we have to be wise, and I'm sorry for this. We are where we are, happens what happens. We gotta be briefed, we gotta be understanding but wising, not panic, frozen, and letting prey being like ourselves at the shut vessel. We got to understand that we cannot proceed into making anything that puts us off of the mind. Understanding, protected, don't you be light that you open the doors, don't you be light that whatever uniform to be around, communicate on the lines that we understand there are going to breathe fast. Be careful about anything, you know how it is and what it is the reality with El Adon. Destroy anything like in Bergabapliki Mevachlahi, Evangelista de Cuarta, to making Blegabatlebek, Likibisha Blebecha Blebeflach, Askadonai, Clemetlach and Haled, Isfetlebachlahi, now, destroy, conceal. Improve the whole blerma blechadaflahi. Don't you obsess. Don't you get a blerma blechadaflahi. Don't you get out of your mind. Don't you ever do blechadaflahi. Understand the reality. Be careful, be wise. Adonai is God Himself, and we are not going to be prey except you to become like. Sometimes it's not easy, but even though the reality is Adonai is always fighting, you be wise, and don't you get in panic, and don't you let them be your hunter and become your prey. As best as possible, don't let them. Understanding is not easy, but you have something you can do. And Adonai will do what he, as God himself, is going to do. Be responsible, be wise, be understandable. Clear conscience, please, as best possible. HTTPS www.mdr.cbmdx.cdr DMTDF 4143 DMTX 44341 DMX DMI F4 F9 middle sys middle OCP DX 44.IT systems recall in ASIL, the Linux, using CoFON as best as possible. No one can handle until now. They are going to try to reproduce something for. In F7 is Das Mat Masel and F30 Gashmat Lesi Nat Lebechla 4 or 8 in this Massiv and F6 over Blansan. This is going to work, but anyway, we have to be careful. This is not something like I am making for black by second and we are in dangerous, real moments. So suddenly, let's having that right clear fact, we have a responsibility. We don't get impressed easily out of reason and alienated. Well, this is the field this needs. We fight it and we try to get sensed, conscience, understanding, not off of this and getting like the much of times culture just brought us. This is not about something sinister or something hidden or something like, oh my God. We understand much of times culture delivers us in this, but that's not the point. We have the reason of understanding who we are. There is a God that created everything, and we are creation that he birthed. Apart demons, if you are creation, you understand you have a creator. And if you have a creator, you are in faculties to understanding your place. And if you have your place, there is nothing like, fantastic, oh my God. Not like pejoratively insult anybody. Understand the picture. Don't you get off of the reason and sense of reality. Don't you put yourself in condition of the field what this needs for you to be prey. Even with this. Get clear and get sensed. Maturing is a duty that Adonai comes to making us to go through. And we affording him wisdom every day for this to happen. Let's be careful, please.